Good morning, Bree and Chris. Here's the latest from the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. In a press briefing last Friday, we asked Governor Ralph Torres his response to members of the CNMI legislature from both parties who say that there's a disconnect in communication amid the pandemic on the local level. Here's his response that we asked at a press briefing last Friday. Take a listen.
Hi, Gov. Good morning. I just wanted to ask your comment. We've heard from multiple members of the legislature that they feel that they're being kept out of the loop. This is something that Representative Yumel told us on record the other day when we interviewed him about the AG's letter. They say that there's a disconnect between communication with the executive branch and legislative branch. Would you say that's a fair characterization? And what's your thoughts on those statements?
Okay, well, there's a lot of, I want to thank Congressman Yuma for his comment. I guess there's so many issues going on with COVID. So if there's any concerns, my office is always available. I'll be happy to meet any and all of them. So in terms of what documents, I mean, I'm available to provide any documents, and if that's so, then I'll be happy to make an appointment and time for Congressman Yumo, and can come into the office, and we'll meet with him. I'll meet with him and address whatever information or shortfall of communication that needs to be updated.
And who on the legislature is in communication or on the COVID-19 task force? It's also understanding yesterday at the House session, it was mentioned that Sheila Babata was on it for just 2 hours and then was taken off the task force. So what does communication look like, and what was the case with Representative Babata's participation and then no longer being able to participate?
Okay, so again, when we created the task force, one member of each house is appointed to represent the House. Speaker appointed Congressman Joe Itubus. And so that's who the House has been represented at the House, is Congressman Joe Itubus. And so in the Senate, I believe it was Senator Sixto Igisomar.
And so Representative Babata was on it officially before, but taken off?
No, I don't think it was officially be part of the committee, because when we set up the task force, my letter was to ask Speaker BJ to appoint one, and his appointment was Joe Itubus.
And an update from the Department of Labor, their June 10 press release says that the CNMI Department of Labor would like to inform the business community, government agencies, and the general public that it will host a virtual conference from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. via Zoom on today on June 15th. The virtual conference will provide an update on the status of the pandemic unemployment assistance and federal pandemic unemployment compensation programs here in the CNMI, and will also feature the general guidelines completing phase 1 and phase 2 of the program. Because of the Zoom meeting has a limit of 100 participants, the CNMI Department of Labor will be streaming this virtual conference live on Facebook through the CNMI Office of the Governor's Facebook page. And some clarification from the Saipan Hospital CEO: from this point on, the CNMI's COVID-19 recovered cases count will no longer be reported on the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation's public dashboard. Hospital CEO Esther Muña told media at a briefing on Friday. Muña says that they consulted with the CDC, citing some new studies out of South Korea, and confirmed definitions for infectious and non-infectious cases that make defining a recovered patient less clear. She adds that they will continue to respond to media inquiries on any specific aspect of the reporting. And here are the latest numbers from CHCC's dashboard. We remain in the CNMI with a cumulative number of COVID-19 cases at 30 with 2 deaths, and some updated numbers as of June 14th for specimen collection from the Community Testing Initiative. So far in Saipan, 7,155 residents have been tested, 458 residents have been tested on Tinian, and 556 residents have been tested on the island of Rota. Bring Chris, that's the latest making news here in the CNMI.
Hey, Tomas, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I wanted to just, good morning. I wanted to follow up with you. I know that you had left messages with the congressman, and just checking to see whether or not you got any additional comment from him?
Yes, and so as you know, Bree, over the weekend when this news broke, we reached out to Delegate Nicholas's Washington, D.C. office. We also reached out to his personal Facebook account and his official delegate Facebook account, and that is where he responded with that statement, which I believe he also distributed to the other media.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're waiting to hear if he's going to agree to a phone interview or a Zoom interview, which we've offered repeatedly. It's also worthy to note that we also reached out to the U.S. House Ethics Committee for comment beyond the statement, and we're planning to do that through the week as well. But as of now, St. Nicholas continues to communicate through Facebook Messenger.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Tomas.
No problem. And of course, we'll have more in prime time.
Okay. Back to news here on Island. Lawmakers head back into session at 1 o'clock today, during which they are expected to vote on several bills, including legislation that would give GovGuam employees